Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming this afternoon. As you know, in the first week of April, we opened up the ability of people to access what we call unemployment benefits through the FNPF, and of course topped up by the Fijian government. And I'd like to give you a bit of an update in respect of that. As of 21st of May, around 87,489 applications have been received by FNPF for the first wave of COVID-19 unemployment assistance or unemployment benefit. Of this, around 78,519 members have been paid a total of around $49.7 million. Around 18,540 members have received a government top-up totaling $6.8 million, with the remaining $42.9 million paid out through the FNPF accounts. Close to 4,600 applications will be processed and paid out by the end of next week, which is the 29th of May, marking the completion of our first phase assistance in partnership with FNPF. As announced by the Honourable Prime Minister last week on Friday, we are now announcing the assistance regarding what we call the second wave of assistance for unemployment benefit. In this particular second wave, it includes all those people who've already received assistance, and of course it will include any persons that have become unemployed since then. Because as you know, some people were become unemployed last week or unemployed the week before that, but have not made an application. It of course does not include anybody that was unemployed 6 months prior to all of this. And of course it does not include those people who have reduced hours. Schemes as to how we will look after those people will also be announced later on. In this new second wave, what we are going to have is the members will be able to access an additional $1,100 if they are now unemployed due to COVID-19. Government will provide a top-up for all those that have less than $1,100 in the general account, in the FNPF general account. Of this group, the $1,100 assistance will be paid out in 5 installments of $220 per fortnight. Because we have a number of people who want to be paid on a fortnightly basis as opposed to getting a lump sum, because there are various reasons why people don't want to get paid lump sum. This will ensure that those members who are unemployed and have been affected by this current phenomena will continue to receive assistance through a 10-week period or about 2.5 months. Those that have not withdrawn during phase 1 and are unemployed due to COVID-19 will be able to withdraw a lump sum of $1,100 to FNPF. In other words, those who have not withdrawn at all, they can go in, like the others in the first phase, withdraw $1,100 lump sum. Of course, if they don't have that amount, government will top it up again for them. In the second phase, which we just announced, there are 2 categories of members of FNPF. There are some who have exhausted their general account or have less than $35 in the general account. All those people will next week get $220 automatically for the first fortnightly payment. They do not have to come to us or come to FNPF to file or fill out any forms, because we know they have less than $35 in their account, and they will be automatically, $220 will be deposited into their bank accounts. There's about 20,000 people in that category, from all the ones that have already applied. So government next week will pay out $4.4 million for that first fortnightly payment for the 20,000 people. For them to get the balance of the payments, of the 5 installments of fortnightly payments of $220, they will need to come in the following weeks to essentially fill out the form through the employer. As we know, most of the employers now have the FNPF mobile app, to essentially confirm that they're still unemployed. because there are some people we know who have actually lost jobs in a particular sector and have got a job somewhere else. So, for those people, just let me re-emphasize, those people who have less than $35, we will pay them $220 next week, irrespective of whether they filled out the form or not. We'll give them the $220. But for them to receive the next $220, they simply need to go to the employer. The employer will confirm that that person is no longer employed, and then they'll get the next fortnightly payments right up till August. There, of course, are some people in Category 2 who have already received assistance, but have still amounts left in the general account and are unemployed. For them, they of course will again be entitled to the $220 paid over 5 fortnights, and again government will top it up for them. So let me give you a scenario. Somebody may have, for example, $500 in their general account. So government will top up $600 to make the $1,100, which will be paid to them over 5 fortnights. Those people, their application, they'll of course have to come and fill out the forms, and they'll commence the application process for them will commence on the 9th of June, which is in about 2 weeks' time. As I highlighted again, that we have some people who have become unemployed recently, in the past couple of days or past couple of weeks, and have not applied at all. They will be eligible for a lump sum payment of $1,100. If they don't have any money in their account, or not enough money in their accounts, government will top it up again. And of course, in the next wave, we'll announce as to how they will be assisted. We estimate at this point in time, given the current trends of those who have applied, that it'll cost government about $30 million over the next 5 fortnights. Of course, this is subject to if there are any new applications which we have to fund, and of course the funding will go in excess of $30 million. Just to give you some statistics, there are about 20,000 members who are out of the people who have already applied. There are less than, so there's 20,000 members who have less than $35 in their general account. So they'll be 100% funded by government. There are 20,000 members who have between $35 and $1,035 in the general account. And there are 35,000 members who have more than $1,035 in their account. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the announcement in respect to the second wave of the assistance, unemployment assistance benefit we are providing. I also wanted to give you an update in respect of, some of you may remember, that we had set out a one-off relief payment of $150 for those in the informal sector. They could apply and get $150. This included people who were, for example, had hawker's license and were selling by the roadside, etc. We've had $26,850 that have been paid out from that, because we've had only about 179 applications from people in that respect, but that is obviously still open. However, on Sunday, we intend to announce some further new initiatives that we've been working with a number of organizations behind the scenes over the past couple of weeks. And this is to assist those in the micro-enterprise sector, those in the small business sector, and those in the medium business sector. We're looking at some very generous concessional loans, in particular for those in the small and medium enterprises who already have businesses that may be struggling, how we can actually help with the cash flow and for them to be able to sustain their businesses and to keep people employed. And then we're also looking in the micro-enterprise sector, not just those who are already in that sector and are viable businesses, but those who may want to come into that sector. I'll give you an example. There are, for example, people who have been working in the tourism sector now, they're no longer employed. So I know of somebody who's a very good pastry chef. Now, he does not have a job, but because he's a very good pastry chef, He needs access to an oven because he can now bake breads, bake pies, all sorts of things, and start his own business or start her own business. So with a little bit of assistance, they'll be able to start earning their own living with that micro-enterprise funding that we intend to provide, and we'll be giving the details of that on Sunday. We have been working very closely with the Fiji Institute of Accountants, the Fiji Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Fiji Commerce and Employer Federation, Women in Business, and MSME Fiji. And one of the aspects of this that we are looking at is to be able to have a network through these organizations of advisors but also assessors to make it far less bureaucratic. So if, for example, we have this gentleman who I gave as an example who has been working in the Coral Coast in one of the hotels and lives in the Coral Coast, and for example wants to supply these pies and pastries and bread to the people around his village, in his village or in his locality, then we need somebody to be able to get to him really quickly. So the Fiji Institute of Accountants, for example, has a network of accountants strewn across Fiji. So there may be a couple of accountants working in the private sector in Singatoka or Nandi or Lautoka. They'll be able to go out, assess this person's application, work out the cash flow, help him do his business plan or help her do the business plan, certify that, and based on that certification, government can disperse the funds. So we're looking at very quick, yet very transparent processes to give people access to livelihood opportunities. I'd like to take this opportunity before I open the floor for any questions to thank FNPF and FNPF board in working together with us. The board has been very helpful, and also the management. We have also been using the FNPF, as you know, like I said, with the 20,000 people that will be dispersing the funds through. We'll be doing it through FNPF, although all the monies will be coming through government. But it's a good conduit to use it through. They have all the bank account details, and they're able to manage that particular process for us. So it makes it a lot easier to work with them. And of course, in the future, when people get back their jobs, we have that data available for them, and also it's good track record for them also. I'd also like to thank the employers who've been working together with the FNPF board, and we urge all employers to please give the information required. If your employees or former employees now come to you and ask you for that information to see whether the person is employed or not, please help them, help and use the FNPF app to get that information across very quickly, so we have less people queuing up in the FNPF office, and we're able to have a seamless process so people can get that level of assistance.